A cool breeze swept through the staid IJ as Coco Gauff stepped onto the practice court under a cloud-streaked Montreal sky. The crowd was thinner than usual that morning. Perhaps it was the early hour, or perhaps the whispers were getting louder. Gauff, the reigning U.S. Open champion and world number 3, was in the middle of a tournament that had already seen its fair share of drama. And at the center of it all was Coco. Not because of dazzling shots or a flawless scoreline, but due to a frustrating pattern that kept showing up like an unwanted guest. Double faults. Lots of them. After her narrow, nerve-wracking win over Danielle Collins earlier in the week, despite an astonishing 23 double faults, followed by another shaky serving performance against Veronika Kudermetova. The tennis world wasn't talking about her foot speed or her fierce forehand anymore. They were talking about her serve. But as the murmurs grew, so did something else. Gauff's resolve. The turning point. After her second-round escape act, Coco's team met late into the night. Coaches, trainers, mental performance staff, and one unexpected voice. A scheduling advisor. For years, Gauff had followed the traditional WTA path, stacking tournaments, always staying match fit, chasing points, and clinging to momentum. But this season was different. She was 21 now. A Grand Slam champion. An Olympic medal hopeful. No longer just a girl with promise, but a woman with expectations on her back. And Montreal had exposed something brutal. She was tired. Not physically, but rhythmically. Her game had become mechanical, reactive. The serve, once rebuilt with care, had reverted under pressure to its flawed foundations. The advisor spoke with authority. You've been playing nonstop since Miami. You never let your game breathe. You're not building, it's just surviving. There it was. The bold call. Withdraw from Cincinnati. Skip it. Get out of the cycle. Her coach raised an eyebrow. But that's the last big one before the U.S. Open. Coco looked down, her hands tapping her thighs as she thought, maybe that's what I need. I'm not scared to compete, but I'm tired of patching cracks when I could be building something stronger. The weakness beneath the surface. Tennis fans love fireworks, the epic rallies, the emotional celebrations, the clutch winners. But champions are built in the shadows, in those invisible stretches where you don't play, but train, where you don't travel, but reset, where you don't hide from weaknesses, you confront them. For Gauff, the serve had always been the paradox of her game. Fierce second serves and fearless targets, yes, but also shaky ball tosses, rushed motions, and mental hesitation. During the clay season, it seemed to improve, but under the hard-court spotlight of Canada, the ghost returned. Her second-round match against Kudermetova was supposed to be a statement. She was the number 1 seed, after all. But instead, it became a symphony of second chances for her opponent. Time and again, Gauff's first serve deserted her. The scoreboard told one story, the stats told another. 14 more double faults. Twitter exploded. Pundits speculated. Was it mental, mechanical, or just fatigue? The answer, Coco believed, was all of the above. And that meant one thing. Time. Back to the blueprint. With the decision made, the WTA announced Gauff's withdrawal from Cincinnati just 2 days later. Social media was ablaze. Shocking. Smart move. Is she panicking before the U.S. Open? Or is this her Sharapova 2006 moment? Rebuild before destruction becomes permanent? Coco didn't answer the noise. She flew to Boca Raton instead, her training base, where a skeleton crew awaited. No press. No distractions. Just sweat, solitude, and that serve. The next 10 days became a micro-season. 2 sessions a day. One devoted entirely to mechanics, grooving the motion with video analysis, drills, toss work, and mirror routines. The other focused on serving under pressure. 5-second serve clocks. Loudspeakers simulating crowd noise. Even sessions with a sports psychologist, where Coco practiced serving after imagining scenarios of choking under pressure. Bring the chaos into training, her coach said, so you don't flinch when it's real. Coco leaned into the discomfort. I want the U.S. Open to feel easier than this. Meanwhile, in New York, as the tennis world turned its gaze toward Flushing Meadows, players began arriving early. Cincinnati had concluded with IGA Swiatek lifting the trophy, her third in 6 weeks. The press now circled the world number 1 and Aryna Sabalenka as title favorites. But something was missing. Where's Coco? A week before the U.S. Open, Gauff posted a short, no-caption video. A slow-motion serve, fluid, compact, powerful. No stutter, no hesitation. Fans noticed. She's coming. Return of the risk-taker. On opening night in Arthur Ashe Stadium, Gauff entered to thunderous applause, draped in a neon purple outfit that shimmered under the lights. The crowd had missed her. And it wasn't just the fans. There was something different in her eyes. No tension, just readiness. Her first-round opponent, a qualifier from Spain, was no match. But what stood out wasn't the 6-2, 6-1 scoreline. It was the one double fault. Just one. The broadcasters marveled. Is that even the same Coco Gauff we saw in Canada? By round 3, she'd served more aces than double faults across 3 matches. A statistical flip from her entire Canadian Open run. She wasn't perfect, but she was free. And that, she later said, was the goal.